Hey guys, it's Elizabeth with Willow Root Tarot, and we're going to be talking about today's exercise, which explores how we stay with an impression long enough to discover what else is connected to it. Sometimes spirit may draw our attention towards a color, a symbol, a person, an object, a feeling, a memory, an animal, a place, or something else entirely. The first thing we notice is often the beginning of a communication rather than the whole of it. Imagine spirit placing a single thread into your hand. The thread invites your attention. The thread invites your curiosity. As you spend time with it, new connections begin to appear. One observation leads to another. One impression leads to another. One discovery leads to another. The thread gradually reveals more of itself. Today's exercise is an opportunity to explore what becomes visible when we stay with an impression and follow it a little farther. We are practicing observation. We are practicing curiosity. We are following a thread and discovering where it unfolds. So before we begin with that, I'd like to lead us through a visualization, and let's go ahead and get comfortable. And comfortable is whatever that looks like to you. So let's take a moment and settle in. And I'm going to go ahead and clear my throat chakra. Thanks for your patience, guys. I don't have mute on this. All right, let's see now. Getting comfortable, settling. And as we allow the body to settle, notice the support beneath you. Notice the rhythm of your breathing. Notice the space around you. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a wide meadow beneath a bright morning sky. The grass moves gently in the breeze. Wildflowers sway in every direction. Above you, the sky stretches farther than you can see. Ahead of you, lying among the meadow grass, is a golden thread. At first, all you notice is the small section nearest to your feet. Its golden fibers sparkle in the morning light. You step closer. As you look more carefully, you realize the thread stretches far beyond the place where you first noticed it. It winds through the meadow. It disappears between patches of wildflowers and curves gently around stones. It continues into the distance. Curious, you bend down and lift a small section of the thread into your hands. The thread is warm to the touch. Bright sparkles dance along its length, catching the sunlight as though tiny stars have woven themselves into the golden fibers. For a moment, you hold this small section and watch the sparkles move. Your eyes follow them farther down the thread and farther still. Then you allow the thread to slip softly through your fingers. The golden strand settles back into the grass. Its sparkling path continues ahead of you, winding through the meadow and stretching towards the horizon. You begin walking beside it. As you follow the thread, you notice how beautifully some wildflowers seem to lean gently towards its golden light. Dewdrops resting on blades of grass sparkle alongside it. Here and there, tiny bursts of light dance above the thread before fading back into the morning air. The farther you walk, the more of the thread reveals itself. Each curve brings something new into view. Each turn offers another opportunity to notice. The thread continues unfolding before you, one shimmering piece at a time. Curiosity moves with you. Discovery moves with you. The thread unfolds naturally as you walk beside it. Each new piece offers another opportunity to observe, another opportunity to discover and follow. Take a slow breath. Notice the feeling of curiosity. Notice the feeling of discovery. Notice the feeling of allowing something to unfold in its own way. The golden thread continues forward, welcoming your attention. When you are ready, bring your awareness back to the room. Bring your attention back to your cards. Bring your attention back to the thread you are about to follow. Welcome home. All right, guys. So we are going to go ahead and move into the exercise. Go ahead and pause here. You will need a deck. All right, let's go ahead and shuffle that deck. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. You're going to shuffle however you want to shuffle for as long as you want to shuffle. And you are going to pull eventually when you feel that you have shuffled well, or that simply you've shuffled, you are going to pull a single card. One card, just one, and you are welcome to use whatever deck you have. We will be experimenting with tarot, oracle. I had one person ask if they were able to use positive affirmation cards. Hell yes, bring it. It will work. It will work. All right, so go ahead and shuffle that deck and pull that single card. And I want you to place that card in front of you and just spend a few moments looking at it. Don't go for the guidebook. Don't really rush to interpret. Just let it sink in. Just look at it. You can go ahead and pause the video here and take as much time as you would like. I would offer that a minimum of 2 minutes really to look. Because this could be a deck you're super familiar with and you're like, I know everything on the card. Well, go ahead and look for the things you haven't noticed yet because there's probably something there. All right, now once you have looked, and you will see this in the photo that you're staring at on the screen, it's the question, what is the first thing I notice? That's on the card. What is the first thing I notice? This may be a person, object, color, animal, emotion, symbol, landscape, gesture, direction, or anything else that catches your attention. There is no need to explain it, simply notice it. You might notice the colorless air on the card. That's what you noticed, something that doesn't really have form. You can't see it. And that's what you noticed. That is then what you noticed. Stay with it. If a reversal appears, and this has got to be something that you're already working with, otherwise just look at the card upright. You can go ahead and, you know what? We're not even going to talk about reversals. Forget it. I didn't even say that. Don't worry about it. All the cards are upright for this one. Go ahead and flip that card around. If you are using reversals, not today, not this one. All right. Now, question 2. What draws my attention next? Now that you have noticed the first thing, what appears after that? What feels connected to it? What seems important? Now, in your own mind, you're probably you may be making connections. Oh, this reminds me of Grandma's pie. This reminds me of Grandma's cat that wouldn't stop peeing in Grandpa's shoes. Whatever. Maybe now the smell of cat urine's in the air, that kind of thing. I want you, please, to keep looking at the card. No matter what you're thinking, keep your eyes trained on the card. It's all important. And allow your eyes to move around that card naturally. Notice what continues pulling your attention. And there's no need to force an interpretation, okay? We're just here to observe. We are just here to observe. All right, now go ahead and pause and give yourself time to really let those connections form. There is no wrong answer. There's no wrong answer. And if you went straight to, oh, I'm thinking of cardinals, but there's no red bird on this card, it's still important. Where else might a red bird energy be in that card? Because your mind went there, so you're seeing something. Now you go ahead and pause this video now and let yourself do question 2. And now that you're here, we're going to move on to question 3. And that third question is, if I continue following this, where does it lead? Now, what were your first 2 observations? Let them connect. Let's see what they're saying to you right now. And then there may be more connections after that. You might think of something from a long time ago, a memory suddenly appearing. Maybe you have feelings that they're really getting some hardcore sensations on the emotional plane. Sit with those. Ask why they're visiting you right now. What has prompted them? Maybe you're thinking of a relationship. Maybe you're thinking of a person in spirit. This is a mediumship course. We will have the dead with us as we navigate these paths. Maybe you thought of a story you once read or are writing. Maybe you had a realization, or you heard or saw or felt a message. Anyway, that message came to you, 8 of Wands. Maybe something entirely unexpected happened. Follow the thread wherever it leads. Trust the process. Allow the card to become larger than its keywords. Allow the communication to become larger than your first impression. All right, guys, when we come back together, which our sessions will be every other week, and I will be continuously providing information through video, but both on Marco Polo and YouTube. When we come back together, I'm going to invite you to share what was the first thing you noticed, what you noticed next, and where the thread led, just like these 3 cards you see in this picture. And whether anything surprised you, and whether anything changed as you spent more time with the card. There are no perfect answers here. There are no wrong answers here. We are practicing observation. We are practicing curiosity. We are practicing following a thread and discovering what unfolds when we stay with it a little longer. All right, and now next week, guys, well, we'll find out then. Okay, bye.